Hey YouTube, my name is Andrea, and as a couple of weeks ago, I decided to fully commit to joining the National Guard. I'm making these videos only because I found myself going through YouTube trying to find out like certain information, and I got a lot of information from all the videos that I saw, which I've probably seen every single one of them, but there's some things that I still didn't get um, information on or insight on that I think that you would get a better understanding from people actually going through it besides your recruiter. So, I made a list of things that I'm going to talk to you guys about. So sorry if this video is a little bit long. The first thing is I've taken the ASVAB twice already. Once when I was a sophomore in high school, which was a paper test, which it seemed very easy to me. I scored very high. I don't remember what my score was, but I know I scored very high. My second time I took it, I think it was last year, like the beginning of last year maybe, or maybe the year before. I don't know. No, it was the year before. And I didn't score too high on it. I got like a 68. To me, that's bad. Some people might think that's great. Some people might think, oh, that's average. To me, I think that my score should be a lot higher than that. Let me tell you about the reason why I took it last year and that I didn't join. When you're choosing, like when you go into a recruiting office, you want to make sure that you're comfortable with your recruiter. My recruiter was not that great. She was totally all over the place. I took the test, and the fact that I went to MEPS, I didn't do the physical and all that stuff. I got my test results back the same day. She handed it to me. We just waited a little bit. It was just a group of 5 of us. She picked us up. We all met at her office, and then we went in her car and drove downtown. I was in Arizona at the time. Drove downtown, and we went through this building. It's like, don't bring any like weapons and all that stuff. They totally check you. They put a name tag on you. They give you a folder. You have to it's a long process, but once you get into the room that you're supposed to be taking the test, I was really nervous, only because I didn't know what to expect. But my recruiter, after I took my test, she gave me a list of like 3 things that I could do, which I know one of them was a cook, and I was like, I'm not joining the National Guard to be a cook. At the time, I wanted to be an MP. She told me it wasn't available. I wasn't allowed to do it. That my score wasn't high enough. I don't even remember. I think my score was high enough. I'm not sure, but that's just what she told me. She also, after I decided that I was going to retake it, I never heard from her again. Maybe like once or twice. She moved offices. She didn't tell me. I actually ended up going up to the office, and that's when someone else told me that she moved somewhere else. And every time I'd call her, she never called me back. She was just all over the place. And then, like, all of a sudden, like 2 months later, I was getting all these phone calls from her. And by that time, I was like, I had scared myself from going in because I thought, I don't know, I was thinking the worst. So that's that. I'm taking it again. I'm taking the ASVAB again, because I want to be a medic, a 68 whiskey, and that's what I'm gunning for. That's what I want. That's my first choice. And I know that you don't always get your first choice, but I want to at least know that I qualified for it, even if I don't get my first choice, because at least I know inside that, I'm qualified for this MOS. Another thing is people that go to high school online, you need to make sure that it's accredited. And if you're planning on joining the military, you need to make sure that they accept the school that you're going to. It may be accredited, but some of them, like, they pull up a list, and if it's not on there, then what you've just done doesn't count. And that's the thing that I'm going through. I went to high school online. Well, I went to my senior year online, graduated half year early, and then come to find out that it's not on their list and it doesn't count. So I have to go through the GED Plus program, which is a 4-week school that they ship you off to in like Arkansas or something like that. You do get paid for it, so you don't have to worry about that. You get paid the same as if you were going to basic, which after you go through those 4 weeks, you will be going to basic. So just make sure you check on that with your online schools, whether it's high school, whether it's college, because you don't want to have to be going through what I went through. So now I'm going to have to like basically relearn everything I went through already. Another thing is I now live in Florida. So, and I know that the application that you have to fill out is like so long. It took me a couple days, and it's very detailed. When I went into my recruiter's office a couple weeks ago, sorry, I was a little nervous about that. I thought I was going to have to redo it, and I don't remember everything that I had written on there before, because that was what, like a year or two ago, I guess. And when I talked to him, he actually called this number, and my application was still in the system. So as long as it's not like too long ago, then it should still be there, and mine's completed. All I have to do is like update like where I live now and all that stuff. Another thing that I want to talk to you guys about is being married or divorced going into the military. I am divorced, but at the time I was not divorced yet. And they'll make you sign like this paper, and he'll have to sign it, and it's a long process. Well, it's not that long, but it's some paperwork you have to fill out. But as of now, I'm divorced. I've been divorced for a year, so I have to give him a copy of my divorce decree. And I actually had a not a home invasion, a break-in, and I know who it was, blah, blah, blah. And she stole everything in my apartment. Everything. Like, birth certificate, everything. And so I don't have a copy of it anymore. So now I had to, he made a list of things that I need to get before I actually take my ASVAB and go to MEPS again. And that's on there to give him a copy of my divorce decree. So all I did was I called the Vital Records Department in Arizona, because that's where I got divorced. And they switched me to a different number, and it was like $30 to have it sent, and it should be here next week. So that being said, it's not a lot of stress. It's not like a big issue when it comes to that, but just know that you'll need a copy of either your marriage license or your divorce decree. Another thing that he put on my list of things that I need to get done is 2 months ago I had bronchitis, and they ask you about all your medical stuff, and I felt like it might have been necessary for me to tell him, only because it's so recent. I need to go to my primary physician and get a letter saying that I'm basically good to go, that I'm clear, that I'm able to go to basic. So basically it's a medical clearance. I know that I'm fine, but I will be going to the doctor not next week, but the week after I have my appointment. I've decided that I want to go to the dentist, go as a female, go to the gynecologist, go to my primary physician. I want to do all of that stuff before I get checked at MEPS, only because I know that, there's nothing wrong with me, but I don't want something like that I didn't know about to come up while I'm there, and then it like becomes a big issue, and then I either have to like start over, or that I have to like get that done before I can move forward. So I kind of think that's a really good suggestion to those of you that are, I don't know, trying to join. Another thing he put on my list is, I thought that I weighed like 140, 145, but apparently I weigh 153. And maybe I just carry my weight well or something. I don't know. I have to lose at least 5 to 10 pounds, which I've been working on. It's a little bit harder because I'm a bartender, so obviously I work at night. I don't work during the day. It's very rare unless I'm working doubles. And because it's summer, a lot of people are coming. Today is Cinco de Mayo, so tonight I will be working very late. Our bars close at 3 a.m. After we close, we have to clean. By the time I get to bed, it's like 5, sometimes 6. It just depends because I don't live that close to my job. So I told my job that I was joining the National Guard, and they kind of like toned down my work schedule. So I get up at 7:30 in the morning, and I go to the gym. I work out. I do a lot of cardio, only because I gain muscle very easily. Maybe it's just in my blood or whatever. I've always had muscle, and I just don't want to like gain. I don't like when females have that much muscle on them and like it's so defined, and no, that's not going to be me. So I do that. I eat healthy. I do my 6 meals a day, small meals. I don't eat junk food. I don't even drink soda. I've never really liked it. Sometimes I do, but as of 2 weeks ago, I don't drink soda. I don't drink juices that have too much sugar. I drink a lot of water, a lot of Gatorade, mainly water, because I think Gatorade, I only drink it for like the electrolytes and stuff. But and I drink a lot of smoothies, but I make my own smoothies. Don't go to like Jamba Juice, or out here they have Smoothie King and stuff like that, because you don't really watch what they're putting in it, and I just feel like there's a lot of sugar in it. It seems like it's sweeter when I go to an actual store or shop and get my smoothies.